And we are live, coast to coast, all around the world. India, Mexico, Papua New Guinea, anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We made it through the winter solstice. The days keep getting shorter and now they start getting longer. We're going to share this. Yes, we have one or two people and one just so happens to be Desktop Bodybuilding's host, Xavier Wills. What's up, my man? I'm going to try to share this on Marx Max Muscle. Get some more traffic through here, although we have quite a mind here, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Wills, Tasmanian Terror. 2 a.m. What are you doing up so early? All right. I'm not texting people. I'm just trying to share this. My main channel. Hey, caught alive. Yes, you caught me. I'm just going to share this. I'm slow. Of course, you guys know that. Here we go. Hmm. It's not going to work, people. They're not going to let me share my own video. Try that again. Try that again. So today, we'll mainly discuss who do you guys think look good and looks good for 2023? Yeah, they're not letting me share this video. I don't understand. But anyway, don't understand. Getting videos ready after the holidays. I like Quentin Uriah. Quentin Uriah, yeah. Did Kamal beat him 2 shows? Or did he get a victory over Kamal? The Texas competed at the Texas, the Tampa right before that. Samson, Derek, Nick. Nothing. You guys don't think Andrew Jacked is going to be the man to beat? He beat Kamal at least once, I think. I think Kamal should have just stayed put in 212. Quentin needs a little bit more beef, I think, in the back. He has some thickness, a lot of areas. I'm going to try that again. Try to share this video. It's giving me a hard time. Oh, there it is. There we go. We are live. The proper thumbnail didn't come up. Huh. I put a different thumbnail up. Didn't work. Oh well. So we should get some more traffic through here. I like the lives that you've been doing, desktop. I went to your channel. I forget you have to search to lives to see all your live videos. I'm like, is he not posted videos? I'm like, oh yeah, he does live videos now. 2 a.m. you say? Earlier here. Earlier here, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Canada. I got a new mug for Christmas. And a poster. I got a poster. Xavier Wills ended Rammy's reign. You hear that, desktop? Hey, if that's the case, kudos to desktop bodybuilding. Eh? Eh? Subscribe to his channel, by the way. And this one. That hit the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, there is 12 of you out there watching. A whopping, oh no, it just sunk down to 9. Could you please, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Thumbs up. I don't know, Margot. Todd from Christmas Vacation. Kind of look like that guy. I love your channel, by the way. Christmas Vacation? The Chevy Chase movie? You think Samson Dauda is going to win the Arnold Classic? Could be right. Could be right. For sure. I like Samson. I actually put him down on my prediction video for the Olympia. I put him lower than he got. I think I put him in 8th. He got 6th, right? Samson got 6th. You guys? And thank you, Michael P. Michael is full of goodness. If you are good, you are full of goodness. Michael P, that's his last name, right? They're full of penis. Goodness. P. You can use that one, Michael, by the way. Full of goodness. Brandeo is doing it right. Did he say he wasn't doing it? What did Brandeo get at the Olympia anyway? He looked good. He looked good. I got to make a video on Rafael Brandeo. Today is Tuesday, right? You pick Tuesday. We should do the poll right here. Who do you guys want to see today on You Pick Tuesday? Hmm? Who do you guys want to see? Hmm? I will award the first comparison request. Crizo. I find a lot more people were down on Crizo after the Olympia. But he looked good. His condition needs to be a little bit drier, just basically what Ramy was doing a few years back. Get a little layer of water on him. Structurally, he's the man. He's the man. Crizo 2022 versus 2022. Wow. Whoa, Black Betty, Bible down. Chicka chicka wow. Because he was backstage for 5 hours. Is that why he was holding water? Gonna play the blame game? Oh, thank you for those thumbs ups, by the way. We don't get too many viewers on the Marx with a K and an S. But I'm trying to build this channel up, guys. So, you know, went live on my other channel the other day. Never seen so many live viewers. But this is like a discount version of Marx Max Muscle. New Ninja Turtles shirt there. Of the Teenage Mutant variety. Best improvement Krizo could make is more midsection. I find that there's a lot of guys that don't have that. I mean, I'm not dissing my man Derek Lunsford, but Derek had a pretty smooth midsection compared to Hattie, compared to Walker. He did. He still got second. So I think it has more to do with that dry, thin skin, and his back needs to get a little bit thicker. He needs to open up in the pose too. Hello, Superset man. Marx versus Marx in the next video. I think Marx would win, depending on if it's the posing routine or just pictures. It's different. Oh, hold my coffee cup like that? Is that why people give me the stares? I put my middle finger out there. Sorry, I have to switch. It's not comfortable. Nick is getting closer to first. He could have won this year. To be honest with you there, Diane. Still gonna make your seafood review channel, Marx Max Muscle? Seafood? What kind of seafood? Anything that I see, I eat? I don't eat lobster. Shellfish. Clams. Seafood. Baywatch. You guys like Baywatch? Television series? That's what that poster is from. Those dames are old now. Good evening, Robert. What time is it where you are located at? I was I was a 258-pound men's open super heavyweight at the Mr. Say we had to stay backstage 4 hours. Imagine laying on your back 4 to 5 hours with your feet elevated, I think you meant to say. It makes your yeah. Hey, I used to wrestle guys and sometimes I would only have one trip to that arena and I would be there for hours before you wrestle. Of course, if you're a wrestler, sometimes that helps because you can relax, you can talk about your match. I mean, no, they don't talk about their match. It's real. Hey, Marks, can you please say in the forest can you say in the forest of no return from the inside in the dramatic voice? In the forest of no return from the inside. That you mean? In the forest of no return from the inside. Bum bum bum. Now send me a check. Or at least subscribe to the channel. If you know what I'm saying. Sebum. You know what? I wasn't feeling it quite so much from Sebum this year. Could it be that Terrence Ruffin was just a little bit too small, so they put him there side by side? Now that Ramon was next to him, it's kind of like, well, I don't know if Bumstead is as powerful. Does he have a firm grasp on that title like we all think? Chris Bumstead? That's Perth time. Perth Andover? Crezo did a video. He claims he does no cardio. Yeah, he has a shirt that says F cardio. Maybe that's why when he goes to pose, looks like that. His cheeks go. You fast forward it, it's pretty funny. That was great, thanks. Looks, guys, we have desktop bodybuilding, we have Superset Man, two reputable bodybuilding channels right there, guys. Yes, that's what Superset Man was just saying. Isn't it an international feel around here? We got. Where are you from? Again? Superset? I think I know, but I don't want to say the wrong name. I believe there was a Muscle Fest. Romania Muscle Fest, yes. See, I said Muscle Fest, so I knew. So we got Romania, we got Tasmania, and we got Canada, eh? I'm a Canadian, huh? So we got an international. Mr. Goat. Yeah, we need Goat to represent the United States. To represent the United States. Of course, then we have Saunch Bodybuilding as well. Um, Bodybuilding News Network, BNN. Oh, should probably show you guys the other side. A Canuck. Are you the Mountie? No, I'm one half of the Rougeau brothers, though. Raymond, not Jock. Shrinkage. I was in the pool. I was in the pool. Shrinkage? No, man. Remember the cartoon, The Mountie? No. I thought you were talking about the wrestler, John Delaro. There was a wrestler called the Mountie. Seinfeld reference, yes. See? Shrinkage. And then we got George, Jerry, and Elaine there, and Kramer, and even Newman back there. It's a great show. It's a great show. One of the best, for sure. For sure. Seinfeld. Should have renamed this. Who looks good in 2023? What old sitcoms do you like? Hello, Newman. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, Newman. Okay. So, oh, you didn't see it before. Yeah. These pretzels. Yeah. Everybody does that line because they want to see how good of an actor they are. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We have 16 viewers. Wow. To some people, they might think, you know, I get a little bit more embarrassed or shy the more people are watching. No, no. Same thing when you wrestle in front of an audience. Say if there's like 20 people there, you can hear every individual cough and it's embarrassing. It's better when there's a lot of people. Have you seen the new Avatar? No, my wife wanted me to go watch it, but I'm a bit of a jerk. I don't like new movies with a lot of, I know they're done in a studio. I like watching old movies, they had to actually go to Cambodia to do these things. But I admit, I'm a bit of a jerk. Should give these movies a chance, but I don't. Avatar would suck, Robert says. You gotta defend your movie. Oh, there we go. We have Goat Fitness representing the United States. Marx, can we get a Bonac comparison between which? The Arnold or maybe one of his previous versions, like 2017 Olympia? Yeah, I'm not into new movies. Unless it's like a comedy. I don't like when they make everything's computerized and you get a character that's a computer. That's when I turn it off. That is when I turn it off. Maybe if The Rock's in it, if you smell what I'm cooking. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? John Peter. Hey, you've said hello to me quite a few times, my man. I don't get to say it back every single time, but appreciate the hustle. Appreciate the hustle and bustle. Did you guys have hustle and bustle this holiday, these fine holiday seasons? Should really go live on my other channel. Get some more traffic in here. Can you do two at once? If I was a little fancier, I would bring people on here, but I don't know how that works. I'll figure it out. 2017 Olympia Bonac is one of the best. Exactly, yeah. He was thick, huh? Thick. Up to 13 inches now, baby. Little creatine in there. Bump it up to 14 in the new year. Rami was certainly off. You know what, guys? So was Ronnie Coleman was off in 2002 and in 2001. And Rami was off last year, too. Little bit. Definitely better than this year. This year, his midsection was wishy-washy. His arms size, I was surprised. His triceps were dwindled way down. Not only from 2020, but from last year as well. You're making your NPC debut? Do you got a date lined up? You're going to compete? That would be cool. Get up there on stage and do it, man. 2002 Ronnie versus 2022 Rami. Yeah, I think Rami would win. I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about the 2002 physique of the king. And I don't want to bash the king, guys. He's my. I understand. Yeah, buddy. He's Ronnie King Coleman. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Yeah, buddy. But if Jay had been there in '02, might have won. But I mean, Gunther Schlierkampf, he was good. Lavroni was Lavroni was okay in 2002. Did not look like he looked in the '90s with that upper body. NPC West Coast Classic. Yes, it's less about size, you'll find, and more about condition and on stage condition. If you're feeling good out there, you got the energy out there, you're going to enjoy the experience. And I think that your debut is more about the experience. If you have a real bad experience with you come in too depleted, you're not feeling good, placings are irrelevant, I guess. You'll always remember that. And I know who you are. I remember. I got one of those brains. I seen the A Riv and I knew who you were. Great physique, Austin Rivera. A classic type physique. A classic good rear double by. A great rear double by. And he doesn't skip calves either, ladies and gentlemen. Lavroni had downsized legs since 1992. 92. His wheels in proportion to his upper body were the biggest. Not saying that they were the biggest overall, but in proportion with his upper body, Kevin had excellent proportions back in 92. It's when 94 his upper body really exploded. I'm sure he gets some size on the legs too, but not as much as that upper body. Gunter and Priest deserve better in 2002. Priest was ripped. Didn't have the what do you call it there? A rippled bum, the strawy glutes. I mean, really, who cares? Who cares about strawy glutes? I mean, look at them arms, mate. Look at them arms. And he was ripped. You seen pictures of him backstage 2002? Skin just like in glaciers, just like glass. His chest, yeah. Derek Lunsford needs to improve his chest. Sorry, I like to let you guys know what I'm saying, what I'm reading. Yeah, the judges, they said, I think the judges should also mention that he needs more cuts in those abs, especially for a smaller guy. The vacuum pose, I got nothing, bad to say about that. But generally, the Sean Rays, you guys remember Sean Ray? How ripped his abs were? He's Derek Lunsford. Sean Ray is Derek Lunsford of today. It is really cold in here, ladies and gentlemen. Freezing in my office. Brr. It's like Russia. That's why I got my coffee here. Marx, did you see Superset Man's video on? No. Who's Derek Lukersford? You mean Derek Lunsford? Whoa, Black Betty, bam. Ooh. Howdy. Howdy. Dexter the Blade Jackson. Very complete, very aesthetic. He walked the walk. He didn't have, aside from the calves, I mean, really, was it that much of a weak point? Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, Dexter was perfect. But Hattie has more muscle, and Hattie is drier, ultimately. He's more ripped. Dexter has some more, he has more aesthetics. His arms, Dexter's arms are huge. When he goes for that front double, classic. But I still say Hattie gets him. 2018 Roden versus Hattie? Then you're talking preference. You'd have to lay it down. No, not one of those two versions are going to be dominant over the other. Because Roden was ripped, guys. Hattie from the front might be more chiseled, abs and everything. And I think it would prove that Hattie did have a far superior midsection. And I know that sounds loose, guys. Better midsection than Sean Roden? Are you kidding me? I put them two pictures up, abs and thigh. I'm not saying he has a better abs and thigh altogether than Roden, Does Hattie, but he has a better midsection. But ultimately, who would win between Roden 2018 and 2022 Hattie? I'd have to do the match. You'd have to do it. Brandon, the worst Mr. Olympia in the modern era? Well, he defeated Hattie Shupin of 2019. I ultimately think 2019 Hattie Shupin is just as good or better than the 2022 Hattie Shupin. So whether Hattie Shupin showed up in his 2022 form or 2019 form in 2019, Roden would have beat both of those versions. Whether it be politics or the fact that Hattie was showing up for his first time, could have been nobody wins on their Olympia debut. But I'm here to tell you, with my bare face hanging out here, Hattie Shupin may be the only man ever to be that close to winning that Olympia on his debut, aside from Larry Scott, who won the first one. But Hattie Shupin, in my opinion, he did win the 2019 Olympia. He was the best guy out there. I've professed that before. I've said that before. I've made videos. 2018 Hattie? No, no, no. Oh, you mean the Prague? That was pretty good. That was a pretty good version. Got my water too, people. Not just coffee, but you need to have lots of water, at least 2 of these a day. At least. Dorian, 1991 was close. Phil Heath, 2008 was close. Very true. Very true. Very few people realize how close Phil Heath was to winning the Olympia on his debut. See, I like this. Superset Man schools me. Sometimes Marx Max Muscle speaks loose. You get corrected. Yes, Dorian Yates, 91, on his debut. Came very close to winning the title. Depending on who's looking at it. Dorian, yeah. Some people would have voted for him. I personally think Haney was the era that they were in. They weren't focused 100% on condition. Could Haney have survived with the thin skin condition era? Well, he was beating Rich Gaspari, but different argument. Dorian won muscularity round versus Haney. Did he? Is that how the story goes? Symmetry round won by Haney in the posing routine? Haney's posing routine in 91 was good. Andrew Jack will set the new standard this year, untouchable, when the hams improve. Yeah. Definitely needs to improve on those hammies, baby, please. Needs to get them more dug out. Maybe if he gets a cat, because I have this board out back and my cat scratches and it looks like a cutout hamstring. So if he gets a cat, Jay Cutler is still my favorite. Oh, 2001. Yeah, Jay Cutler, 2001. Very good. I like Jay Cutler as a human being. He is a great guy. He's a cool dude. I mean, he'd be the type of guy he'd stop during his workout and he'd talk to a fan, you know. And he doesn't get all worked up. Somebody says something about him, whatever. But having said that, Jay Cutler is maybe the most inconsistent Mr. Olympia champion. Ronnie Coleman wasn't 100% consistent either, so he was off a couple of years. Jay was off several years. Rich Gaspari had the symmetry of a brick wall, not the three chicky pies, the brick wall. It's Yasmin Bleeth, that's Pamela Anderson, and don't know her name. I know her name on the show, I just don't know her real name. I mean, the thing about Jay was he simply never wanted to be that big. But he was that big. He did want to beat Ranny, and he did beat Ranny. So I guess ultimately he did want to be big. But he really didn't want to be that big. Do you think what's his name was screwed in 1997? What was that? Is that a test to see if it's really Marx Max Muscle? To see if I know? My wife knows if I said that. Who placed second to Dorian Yates in 97? My wife would say Nasser Al Body. I was actually talking with a buddy of mine. He likes bodybuilding. We were discussing, and he forgot Nasser Al Body's name. And I asked my wife, "Honey, tell him the guy's name." She said, "Oh, you talking about Nasser, the Egyptian guy? You know, Big Ramy broke the Egyptian curse. Nasser placed second, 97. Mohamed Makaway placed second in 83 and 84. Two Egyptians placed second. Then Big Ramy places second in 2017. So it was like a curse. The second place Egyptians. And then Ramy breaks the curse. And the big guy come right up with his pose. Marx thinks he's doing stand-up comedy because of the brick wall behind him. Yeah, but I can't tell if you're laughing or not. I got a good knock knock joke. Yeah, that was the dream. That was the dream. Stand-up comedy at one point in time. I don't have the right face. I have the face that people want to punch. That's why I was fairly tough growing up. You know, kids would just take a swing at me. I learned how to move out of the way. With a schnoz like this, you don't want to get hit. Be a have devastating effects. Big schnoz like this. If Brendan Schaub can do it, anyone can. No, stand up it's an art. You gotta have guts to stand up there. That's why they call it stand up in front of people. Trust me, this is a lot easier than the Triple H knows exactly. All the better to smell you. I never have breathing problems anyway. Eagle beak. The brickwork looks suspicious. Yeah, you can see the suspicious line there. It's real. It's real. Those are real too. Those are real. Great idea for Clarita. No more size needed, so he should compete more and get. I'm a terrible reader. More open accolades. Do you think Clarita should compete more in open? Really? I think you should stick with 212. Keep the 212 strong. I like 212. Marx can smoke a cigarette in the rain with his hand behind his back. How did you know? Actually, I couldn't get addicted to tobacco. Everybody around me smoked cigarettes. Not into the tobacco. It's gross. Gross. Doesn't help with jogging either if you're going to jog. What do you think about Roman Reigns nowadays? I know you don't like today's wrestling that much, but what about the head of the table? I hate to disappoint you. I hate to disillusion you on my wrestling knowledge, but and this is a bold statement. I have never watched a Roman Reigns match. There's a lot of them. Probably should be ashamed of myself, but at least that way I don't have an opinion on the guy. As far as the look, it really beshivels me that he wore a bulletproof vest. Something as simple as that. I want my wrestlers to look like a wrestler. There's a lot of guys wearing jeans and stuff, like John Cena wearing jeans. It's kind of part of his gimmick. But then they didn't dress like wrestlers anymore and they didn't look jacked. It's part of it. It's part of it. They say, "Oh, well, they're dying young." Well, they get to be rock stars. There is a price to pay. And them guys, the wrestlers, The Rock, Stone Cold, those guys, they were superstars. Nose is a natural canopy. Yeah, I had such a big nose. Used to make out with my girlfriend in the rain, and she'd stick her head right up my nostril. Rapper John Cena was good. After that, he was made for the kids. Well, that's just it. The age demographics for wrestling was going up too high. It was changing the product. And in the early 2000s, they started to realize that. So, because they had the fans that were growing up from the 90s, they were kids and they were turning into teenagers, late teens by the late 90s. That's why Stone Cold was flipping everybody off, drinking beer. It was targeted towards a more adult audience because those actual people were getting older. And then they had to go back. Had to go back, but the kids didn't seem to take to wrestling as much. They tried to push your Rey Mysterios, your John Cenas, and ultimately, the product was hurt by that. It took the wrestlers out of the equation, which wrestling needed. It was running off of that. Great wrestlers. Because your Stone Cold Steve Austin was a great wrestler, and that's what he started off as, not a big bodybuilder. He turned heel, got rid of the bulletproof jacket, got more muscular, grown a beard, and calls himself the head of the that's why you said that. The head of the table wrestling I mean, he pretty much agrees his version. Yeah, that's just it. I haven't even switched over. I don't watch network television anymore. I don't watch television. So for me to I don't stumble upon things anymore. I watch old TV shows. I watch Baywatch, David Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson. Do you think Hunter Labrada is trash? Do I think Hunter Labrada is trash? Come on. He's a human being. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. But talk about his torn pec doesn't mean that he's a bad dude. Hey, he's working hard. Everybody says, oh, his dad's a bodybuilder. You don't think Hunter Labrada has to get up every single day, go through the dieting, go to the gym? He's doing a lot more than a lot of people are doing at home sitting on their thumbs. No, he's not trash. He's a world-class professional athlete. Top 5 Olympia, for goodness sakes. 4 if you think about it. We'll say 5 for now. No, Hunter Labrada is not trash. And after hearing that testimonial for Hunter Labrada, no, you don't think he's trash either. You realize that the guy is a workhorse. He's all man. Wears a hat, probably a new hat. Probably got some Air Jordans too. They all do. Erica Alenek was way better than Pamela. Is that is that how you say it? Erica Eleniak? She was Shawnee. Robert. She was Shawnee. She was also, the girl that was on, Steven Seagal, Under Siege. She was on Under Siege. I believe she was on Beverly Hillbillies too. Jeez Louise, I could do a movie, actor channel, couldn't I? Huh? Erica Eleniak. Erica Eleniak. Hard to say her last name. Eddie and Shawnee, the season 1 romance. That was the first good romance. Everybody else does not know anything about Baywatch. They have no idea what we're talking about. Robert. That's Robert. That's right. That's right. David Hasselhoff was on the car one there. Seinfeld mug is cool, yes. My wife got me that for Christmas. We're not Christians, but we call it Christmas. It's just what it's called. We don't try to push the Bible or anything like that. But we put a tree up and ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. And Santa Claus could be real. We don't know. Do women know about shrinkage? I think after Seinfeld, they do. Do you still wrestle? I wrestle with my demons. I need coffee. No, Kevin, I don't anymore. Gotta draw a line. Got to draw a line. Can't continue to do that. Smash in your body. Especially my wee little brain. I took a concussion, a massive concussion, when I was just a child. And I probably should not have wrestled. Fell out of a treehouse. Cracked my skull. Probably lose brain function a little bit earlier on in life because of that. It's not funny. What you Canadians rambling about? Oh, syrup. Well, guess what? When the ice age hits, you guys are going to be asking us Canadians, how to survive. Actually, we don't know. We'll be asking the people up north, Eskimos. Everybody loves syrup. Syrup, some sing, syrup, syrup. What about molasses? Do you like molasses, Mike Daly? A head injury explains that wallpaper choice. What? You can say what you want about my brain, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit back and hear you trash. It's not even wallpaper. It's a print, and it's nice. It's nice. That explains. That doesn't really explain. I've taken 1,000 power bombs since the head injury. A power bomb is a devastating maneuver to the album blah 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 blah. The back of the head. It's not good. Not good, guys. But toughened, yeah. Toughens, yeah, for sure. Molasses. You like molasses. Are you from Boston? Mike. Mike. Hello? Oh, I guess it takes you a couple seconds to answer. Are you from Boston? No. There was a giant molasses explosion that happened in Boston. It covered the whole city with molasses. Killed people. Covered them with molasses. Look it up. What's a Waterboy reference? Not a bad film. Not a bad movie. Not a bad picture show. This is a good TV show, guys. What do you like more, wrestling or bodybuilding? Bodybuilding! Look, David Hasselhoff, Pam Anderson, a couple of minor characters. That's Brody, Caroline, which is Stephanie's sister, and Logan. You know, you're not supposed to like Logan, but he's an okay dude. Reminds me of Xavier Wills. He's Australian. Logan. But anyway, so if you read the label on this video, who do you guys like for the 2023 season? Best bodybuilder physique in wrestling history. There we go. Now there's a topic. All right. Watch the thumbs ups go up. Hit thumbs up, guys, because we're going to be discussing some, might even throw this in the timestamps. You want to start way back when? Because George Hackenschmidt was a wrestler back at the turn of the century. We're talking early 1900s. And he rivaled that of Eugene Sandow. He had much bigger size, legs, things of that nature. So, for his time, George Hackenschmidt had the best physique out of any wrestler, in my opinion. But you're talking more modern wrestlers, I understand that. Bruno Sammartino had a heck of a build for his time. For his time. One of the strongest men. And then came the Juice. The Juice. We have superstar Billy Graham. Maybe one of the first great physiques. There was a guy back then called Igor, too, or something of that nature. He was pretty jacked. We're not getting into the big Papa Pump yet. Hold on, hold your hormones. Hold your hormones. So, superstar Billy Graham, he was jacked. But then you had a couple of guys. It was a tag team. And one was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's dad, Rocky Johnson, and Tony Atlas. Tony Atlas, much better physique as far as bodybuilding is concerned because he had wheels. So Tony Atlas, maybe one of the best physiques in all of wrestling. And then there was physiques galore. You had Hercules Hernandez. You had the Ultimate Warrior. You had Ravishing Rick Rude. You had Barbarian, Warlord. Even Haku was a little bit chubbier, but I mean, that guy was rugged. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Lots of physiques, guys. Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. Great build on that guy. Hawk and Animal, Legion of Doom. And then, yeah, the Steiner brothers, the Rick Steiner. Scott Steiner was the more built one. That guy was jacked. Then you had Lex Luger. Lex Luger, maybe one of the more refined physiques. Of course, I don't think that he would hold a candle to the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior, maybe the finest bodybuilder to wrestle. Hulk Hogan had 24-inch arms. I met him in person at Venice Beach a long time ago. Lex Luger, yes. Warrior was awesome. Kerry Von Erich family. Kerry Von Erich family. I know what that means. That guy had some demons. You know what? Kerry Von Erich, you talk to anybody. Yeah, he did some dope. He did some drugs. He'd, be hardly be able to have his eyes open before he wrestled. But nobody has a bad thing to say about the guy. He was genuine. He was a nice guy. Give you the shirt off his back, literally, he would. Or I mean, with pecs like that. Oh, did you guys see that? Ha! Interesting. Indeed. Indeed, yes. The Von Erichs. Whoa, Black Betty, Bam Badan. Did you know Undertaker? He started the Von Erich dad. Fritz was Fritz their dad name. Their dad's name, yeah, Fritz Von Erich. He seen him training, or he was an extra, or just a ring hand, and he said, "Book him tonight. Book him." He was talking about the Undertaker. He booked him. He says, "Book him because he looks like my son, one of his sons that killed himself." Not the Texas tornado. Would have been another one. I forget. There was several. There were several that died. Very sad. But anyway, I like Brandon Curry. Won this year's. You think Brandon Curry won this year's Olympia? You're focusing too much on condition? It's not safe? Well, nothing's safe, my man. Driving cars is not safe, my man. You know, remember Chris Masters? That dude was yoked. Yeah, but not for very long. Not for very long. Not for very long at all. He came on strong when he was young, and he probably took too many supplements, things of that nature. So, have you seen him recently? Chris Masters. And he was never Bob Lashley. Yeah, well, I kind of stopped talking about the jacked wrestlers. Lashley was a great physique. Nathan Jones. You guys ever seen Nathan Jones? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think Derek could be Mr. Olympia in 2023. It's going to be a whole thing, guys. It's going to be a whole thing next year. People are going to be just as lost next year in their prediction videos as this year. Are you just going to go with the status quo? Are you going to forget that Derek was in there, or Hattie? You're going to put Hattie back down in third and put Ramy first? He had an off year. He could come in guns blazing. Samson? Could Samson win the Olympia? If he wins the Arnold's Classics, come on, get to the chopper, do it now. You never know. You never know. This season is picking up. Samson, Ramy, they did a lot of comparisons between those two dudes. And I would like to personally do a comparison between those two dudes. Today is You Pick. You Pick Tuesday. So I'm going to be asking you guys in my comment section below. What do you guys want to see today? You guys could tell me right now. Samson versus Ramy. That's an official. I'm going to put that in the. I'm not even going to ask you guys. I'm going to make a poll. I'm going to make a poll. Because I've had a few of you guys comment me or message me on Instagram. And if you've ever needed to get a hold of me, Instagram is the only way because I don't see all your comments, guys. I just do not. Nobody can. Nobody can. If I took the time to read all the comments, I would make half the amount of videos. So, what do you want? Comments or videos? Which? Because you're not going to have both. You're not going to have both unless I had a twin. This wouldn't be required for him to look like me. His top 4 abs were closer to his obliques than his abs. Whose? Ramy. Oh, Ramy. Ramy was a mess. His abs were running to his back somehow. Ramy, 2020, they'd say front double. He'd go, boom, and he'd hold it. Front lat, boom, and he'd hold it. Back shots, same thing. He was going too much of a vacuum. His rib cage was sticking out this year. And then he'd go, he'd crunch down on his abs. What was he trying to be stylish like Nick Walker? That's Nick's thing. That's not yours, Ramy. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I think that Ramy he was doing the same thing with the front lat spread too. I think he should just focus more on his presentation. Just didn't like how he would crouch down. But he does have those holes in his legs. Do Arnold voice how Greg D talks loud. Do an Arnold voice, but Greg Doucette. Come on, do it now. But Max muscle. It sounds like Kermit the Frog. Teddy does that too. Nick will never win if he doesn't sort his veins out. Oh, come on. Still talking about those veins. Gotta speak louder. This is pretty loud. Is this mic not working? Testicle Tuesday. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It has been an hour. It has been an hour and 1 minute, in fact. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, this is my personal channel for live feeds. And who knows? I might do the odd comparison on this channel that might not get the views that it will on my main channel. So if you guys want to see a very low rated comparison, Rick Wayne, you guys know who Rick Wayne is? A Rick Wayne comparison. Good bodybuilder from back in the day. Look him up. Great physique. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I see a lot of you guys did hit thumbs up on the video. And yeah, subscribe to this channel. Helps me out greatly. Let's get this one to 1,000 likes. Thank you to Pamela Anderson, Yasmin Bleeth, and I forget her name, but she was cute. She was cute. All right, guys, that's it for now. Oh, wait a second now. I'm getting some comments here. Big man's chest. Having said that, peace. Sing.